Oh yeah, sorry.
Should we do the countdown?
Go.
Okay, and 3, and 2, and 1. Tēnei te mihi kia koutou, ko Sha Marie, tōku ingoa, and tonight we are celebrating Wānanga. No, I just made that up. But I'm here having a kōrero with Victoria Kaye Simmons, who is a councillor for Horowhenua District Council and currently running for mayoralty, and Pania te Paiho Marsh, who is the founder of Wahine Kòrero.
Right, so kia ora, I'm Victoria Kaye Simmons, as Sian said, running for mayoralty and current district councillor for the last 9 years. Married, 2 children. My trade is in the beauty industry, so I'm a hairdresser, own a salon in the Live-In Mall. And my kaupapa is basically about making good decisions and doing the right thing and bringing people on board, creating like a whānau, I guess, for good positive stuff for the Horowhenua.
Oh,
So my name is Pania te Paiho Marsh and I run Wahine Kòrero. What that is, well, the umbrella of it is initially started that kaupapa to teach women how to hunt, get them back to the land, get them more self-sustainable and give them stronger mana, because you never lose your mana. Sometimes you just need it to get reboosted and nothing's going to do that more than it's 308.
So what are some of the things that you're currently doing to whakamana or raise up and empower the wahine women of our community? Victoria?
Running for the mayoralty, first and foremost, and encouraging women out there to participate in local body. We're really good at multitasking, we're good at getting out there and doing the mahi across all different areas, and I think that empowering women to do such great things that's why we're here. That's why we're here.
Yep, agree. So through my kaupapa, or one of the Wahine Kòrero, we take them out and help them find their sense of self, and also a brand new group of what we call sisterhood. So when we take these women out, none of them know each other and they go through this hearty bush experience. We have a few beers, we have a few laughs, we have a few hopefully dead, if not still beers, whatever, and we bond and we go through this journey together, and you have that forever. Most of them never shot a rifle, most of them haven't been in the bush the way that we do it, and they come out as sisters, and I've seen the progression of them go on and hunt together, and even if they haven't been on the same hunt, the fact that they went through Wahine Kòrero, they get in touch with each other, and it's starting its own sisterhood, and that's what I wanted on top of the pass down of the kaupapa.
That sounds amazing.
Thanks. Both of you wahine are doing amazing mahi in your own ways, in your own spaces within our natural environment. So Victoria, can you tell us a little bit more about what you're currently doing and have done within the space of being a kaitiaki or caregiver for our whenua?
So I'm lucky enough to be the Deputy Chair of Keep New Zealand Beautiful, based in Auckland, and I represent local government in that space. So I organise locally litter clean-ups, removal of graffiti. So, Pania, I'm your girl, you call me.
I don't know what she's talking about.
I'll sort it. And basically, I live in town, so I'm not on a rural property, but I have water tanks at home. I have a worm farm, I compost. I do all that sort of stuff as an individual. I recycle, I upcycle, I love op shopping, I like to recycle clothing. But in that space of the actual environment locally, I always participate in plantings. So that's one step of improving water quality around our district. So if there's a planting to be done, I try and get to every single one. Makes you feel good, makes you feel like you're doing your bit. And I'm pretty good with the spade. So, keeping it real, keeping it honest. Pania. You're up, girlfriend.
Well, apart from Wahine Kòrero, which in essence is pest control, and then taking that food and turning it into mana and turning it into feeding your children, not just leaving them up there poison, not just we're doing it. So what we are essentially is pest control, because deer are a pest, don't get it twisted, but they're also a delicious pest and also great for boosting your mana, filling your freezers, and just really. But also I work for TMI, for Rangatane, and for the environmental team. I'm an environmental ranger. Oh, that's pretty cool. We do stuff like trapping the possums humanely, all that kind of stuff, just being really actual hands-on caretakers in kaitaki of rangatane whenua. Also, the other thing that I am is an admin for Aotearoa Kaye Gatherers, which is a Facebook page run by my brother Toots, and he was really the person that kick-started me back to getting people back to the whenua with his kaupapa and his kōreros. So if you check that out, whānau, then.
So our next kōrero is going to touch on mental health and suicide. So it is a deep kōrero, so just a note to anyone out there that if you're listening and you feel triggered, please look after yourself, find a friend or whānau member to kōrero with, or you can text 1737 and you can talk to a trained counsellor 24/7 and it's free. So we know, ladies, that society is becoming more aware of the epidemic that is rising mental health diagnoses and our huge suicide statistics. Pania, you and a few others campaigned for awareness on this and coordinated a hikoi to Parliament to advocate for the voices of so many affected by teen suicide to be heard. Now, what do you think we can do on a community level that not only addresses this, but contributes towards lowering these staggering numbers of suicide within Aotearoa?
For different aspects, like teenagers to men, there's different wakas, so there's different ways to handle it. Teenagers, they need to be listened to. That's why when I did that hikoi, I got us there, but then I just handed the microphone over, because I know with Wàhine Tour hunting, it's given me a platform, but it's not my platform, it's for everybody. And then these kids are telling me like, oh, no one's listening to us, no one gives a shit, except they do give a shit, just no one's hearing it. Their voice is not being heard. So it's like, here, tell them everything you've been telling me in my inbox.
Fantastic. So I love what you're saying about the fact that our rangatahi needs to be heard and they need a voice. Yep. So with respect to that, Victoria, you're involved with some pretty cool kaupapa within the horo whenua. What are some initiatives that are currently being implemented within this rohe that address this space?
So one of the local initiatives would be Kòrero Haumaru, which is based in Foxton, and they have an annual Walk of Hope, which is coming up on the 30th of November, and it was really well supported. The first time they did it, I believe, was last year, so they had a lot of people participate, and I'm pretty sure that this year they'll probably get a lot more support there. They have an incredible Facebook page that supports whānau, and also I believe that it acknowledges some of the people who have passed as well. We have YIP, which is Youth Empowerment Project, which is a group of our youth council. They've had some, they actually contacted council to want to be able to have help with facilitating getting in front of the right people. They had a few local incidences that probably, that was pretty hardcore for them. And with the help of facilitating through our community development team, they managed to get in front of Mid-Central Health, and they got to talk to some pretty amazing people. I also have a lot to do with the Older Persons Network, and we've got very high stats with men aged from 60 to 80 in our area also, and quite often up and down the country. So there's a lot of work to be done in that space. So I believe that we have to communicate, we have to talk about this stuff, we have to change our attitudes in order to be able to help people, especially across all the age groups, and especially the young ones that feel that they're not being heard. I think that's sad. I'm always a phone call away. I get lots of people calling me about those issues, and more than happy to meet with them and chat, and
So we have one question left for you, Koroa, this evening, and it is, are you ready? Are you ready? Your drum roll, the drum roll, this drum roll, my drum roll. Yay! Okay, who is a woman that inspires you and why? Oh my God. Victoria. Yeah, you can only pick one. You can only pick. Okay, pick a.
Okay, so you can only pick one. So now it might sound cheesy, but it's not. So the one person who inspires me the most is my mother. She is my biggest critic. She's my biggest support. She keeps me grounded. She gives me the best advice, and she inspires a lot of people with what she does in her role down in the South Island, and I admire her for that. And she's a bit of a rock really, and a bit of a role model.
Mine, there's two. Presently living, is Pania Newton. When I went up there and watched her lead our people, my gosh, I don't fangirl over a lot of people. I mean, Cardi B, Beyonce, and Pania. And I met her and I was a mess.
Oh.
I love it. No, but and then the sex, of course, Whina Cooper. That's not even to, like, my gosh, that woman is why we are able to do and move and kōrero and lead and talk and do what we do now. Because she kicked down that door, Pania Newton held it open and killed her.
Tēnei te mihi kia kōrero mō tō taima I te pōne, and thank you Pania for hosting us in your beautiful whare.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's been a great kōrero and thanks for sharing. Mauri ora ki te ao.
Cheers.
Hey.
For tiki. No, I just love Pania Newton so much. It's so, like, I feel sorry for her.